Howdy, Connection Group leaders. Happy Thursday. I hope y'all are doing great. I'm getting ready to meet with one of our college students to talk about some ministry, but I'm excited to talk about the passage this week. And I'm also going to make this one shorter because, number one, I value your time, and I've been taking a lot of that lately. But number two, man, this lesson is so good. It's laid out really well. And I think, honestly, I don't ever just walk in your class and just read from the paper. But if you did, you would have a great lesson because this is a really solid message. And I love how it shows how the scriptures work together. We're taking different passages and congealing them together, and it works so well. So have fun teaching that. That being said, it's so important that we talk about how we think and what we think about, because what we think about matters magnificently. Because frequently what we think about is what we end up doing. And if our minds are focused on the wrong things, we're going to end up doing the wrong things. Now, not always. Now, here's a good example. I scheduled to have a meeting with lunch with one of our college students this morning, and he said, "Hey, can we go to Chili's?" I said, "Yes." Guess what little ditty has been going through my head all morning long? I got my baby back, baby back, baby back, baby, right? I've had that silly song in my head all morning long. Even if I wasn't having lunch at Chili's, I would probably want some baby back ribs today just because of that little song. What we think about matters, and that ends up painting our actions, or at least our potential actions. So this is why Romans 12 is so important and so good. When we say that we're presenting our bodies to Christ as a living sacrifice, of course, is an oxymoron. But Jesus, you get to have me alive, but I'm giving you my body and I'm giving it to you joyfully, and that would include my thinker up here. So the things that I think about, that's not my own little personal time. My mind belongs to you, and so I want to think about the things that you want me to think about. Now, this is where Dr. Lamance would want me to remind everyone that we don't just wrestle with flesh and blood. So in other words, if there is something that that you can't stop thinking about, there's this great song by Ross Kring where he actually uses that line. If there's something you can't stop thinking about, it's probably an idol. I love that line. It's from the song Clear the Stage. But also Dr. Lamance would want us to remember, if there are things that we can't stop thinking about, particularly if there are things that we don't normally think about, chances are really good those are thoughts from the enemy. And so whether it's our thoughts and it's stuff that we're very accustomed to just focusing a lot of time and attention on, like sports or like our kids, or the stuff that we're worried about, or our careers or whatever, if our minds aren't set on Jesus and we don't frequently come to think about the Lord, which is why the scriptures tell us to think about things that are above, because we don't do that naturally. Whether it's our own brains on our own, not thinking about the things that we're supposed to be thinking about, or if it is just an insidious thought that seemingly came out of nowhere, we just think, man, I don't know where that came from. I don't like thinking about that. Either way, we need to submit our minds to Jesus and say, Lord, my mind is yours. I want to think like you think. Would you please help me? Would you transform my mind just like you promised in Romans 12:2? Lord, help me think like you think. Help me see the world you see. And Lord Jesus, help me to use my mind to change my actions, to live for you and advance your kingdom. That's what we want to be about. So think about that this weekend. Have fun talking about that on Sunday. I can't wait to see you and hang out with you on Sunday. Hey, by the way, FYI, 6 kids are getting baptized on Sunday morning. Thinking about that, that's always fun. In the meantime, if you want to come grab some ribs, by all means, let's do that. Hopefully that song won't be stuck in your head now. Love y'all. Bye.